Good morning, family. How are you? It's Friday. I'm gonna try and show you. Oh no, I'll try you that. Show you that palm tree. It's not even mine. It's my neighbor's. She lets me borrow the view. Um, but I had something to tell you. I'll take a look at where I wrote it, so I won't forget it. But they didn't deliver. Expectations unmet. Consequences to our relationship. Sounds really deep. Sounds really personal, and it can be. But the thing that I'm really talking about is a particular item that I ordered. So the expectation was set because the advertisement said that it would arrive at such and such a date. In fact, it should have arrived as of Tuesday. And even with daylight savings time, even with the leap year and all the things that happen with time, it is yet to arrive. And nowhere does Tuesday look like Friday. And so, going through my email, I didn't know I was going to even go into the story this much. And if you know anything about my email, I need a text to tell me that I got an email. That's how busy things get and how hectic it gets in that email situation. Um, Looking for something else, I see a note from the hmm, from the deliverer of the product to say that it was going to arrive. Sorry for the delay. It was going to arrive later than expected, later with no date, right? And perhaps even the today is the date. I'll have to go back and check that to be sure. But again, the expectation was that it should have been delivered as of Tuesday, and we're here at Friday. And we spoke about this. We talked. We had a conversation, and we had direct communication. We've had the same communication issues on this same issue over and over again, and yet you still don't deliver. And and so we talk about it. You say you're sorry. You give gifts. You try to placate things by creating credits, all different types of things. But where I am is that our relationship is broken. This is the way that we communicate now. This is how we operate in a relationship that requires trust. Maybe I've gone too deep. Yes, in fact, I have, as far as the delivery of my objects and my purchases. But that's the same type of things that we do in relationships, whether it's work relationships, whether it's a relationship that we're in with someone else. Um, that the expected date based on the agreement that was made of the delivery of the product has not yet arrived. So you expected that as, and we'll go deep, I guess, as a parent, as a child of a parent, that they would have loved you, that they would have stood up for you, that they would have been present for you, and they weren't. And so that shifted the relationship. As a child, we always want our parents to be there. And even in situations dealing with children in foster care and various situations, children are always looking for their parents. Even if someone else has stepped in, they're looking for their parents. Adult people who are looking for their heritage, trying to figure out where they are and why they're disconnected. Even when they've been adopted by someone who's quite lovely, a family who's quite lovely, they want to know their roots. And so the expectation is to be able to find them and to find out why this course of action has taken place. And so, what do we do with that? What happens with that? I was meaning to have this be a shorter discussion, but there are consequences to the relationship when expectations are unmet. What happens when the store doesn't deliver? We no longer trust them to deliver, and in fact, go back and rethink our course, and maybe even sever our relationship with the deliverer. In my case, I think I'm going to go directly to the manufacturer, although it was convenient to have it go to this particular warehouse that is to deliver, even especially since I belong to a special group that should have received priority but didn't. But what do we do when, what do we do when our expectations of love or our expectations of dependency have not been delivered upon by people that we didn't even tell them that we laid this mantle on them? I'm saying there's sometimes that we place a pressure on relationships that is a godlike pressure that no human on earth, no organization, no type of economic um, equity or anything else can handle. What happens? No one can handle godlike pressure except for God. And so we've got to get back in relationship with Him. We've got to ask Him the tough questions. Listen, He's God enough to handle those questions, and He's been waiting for you to ask, which means you would be in conversation with Him, and then He can tell us the truth. And then we can know that the deliverer, the true deliverer, will deliver in a timely fashion. In fact, he has had everything in store for us. He has. He's been waiting to give it to us. And we've been distracted by others' advertisements, the enemy trying to get us distracted by this thing and that thing to fulfill that need that can only be delivered by the one who has the ability to fill that need. It might have gotten really crazy in terms of my example. And in fact, you know what? I think I'm going to do a little bit better. I'm going to stop this and go back and try again.